what he did? The guy just gave the thugs a glance. The thug flicked a cigarette butt at his face.
I said go.
But the guy remained still, staring back. In response to the thug's provocation, he picked the stone up and smashed the window. Hearing the noise, the gang boss rushed out, slapping the guy hard.
Answer me!
The guy, bloodied and bruised, surprised the thug, who was panting, thinking he had knocked the guy out, but the guy stood back up.
Man! What the f***?
The boss was left speechless. The guy is the most hardcore teen in Ohio, Wayne. He believed in one rule, absolutely refused to back down. No one dared to mess with him in this town. The classmates run away when they see him. He had a unique way of opening lockers.
You just carry around a hammer, huh?
I have a hammer.
But when Wayne opened his locker, he found his nunchucks are missing. He went to the principal's office and ordered the 2 students inside to leave. The principal wasn't having it and tells them to sit down.
No disrespect, that crazy fool will come to my house.
So the 2 run off. The principal, feeling helpless, told Wayne he need to learn to control his emotions and stop causing trouble. Wayne agreed, but as soon as he stepped outside, he saw his friend being bullied. With a blank expression, he walked straight over.
Wayne, we just talked about this.
He grabbed the trumpet from a girl's hands. Now his friend was saved, but Wayne got expelled from school. But he didn't care at all. Instead, he asked the blackie how to pursue a girl. A few days earlier, a girl had come to his house by selling cookies. Wayne had fallen for her at first sight.
So, you got a boyfriend?
Not really.
You want me to be a boyfriend?
I don't know.
He spent every day thinking about how to become her boyfriend. That day, they were chatting and laughing, when suddenly...
Daddy! Daddy!
Hey, back off. Whoa, what do we got here, huh?
It turned out the girl's dad was a bully. Not only did he take Wayne's money, but he also pulled the girl away and had his 2 sons beat him up. Little did they know, Wayne's revenge was about to come. He is the most hardcore teen in Ohio. He set the landlord's house on fire, burning it down along with his father's body. Just moments ago, the landlord had come to collect rent and insulted his sick dad.
Might not even be a dad. I mean, I don't know. Lots of guys running out of that house.
Wayne immediately gave him a lesson. When he returned home, he found his father had passed away, leaving behind only some money and a photo of his mother, who had run off with someone in his father's sports car. When he was 5, looking at the photo, Wayne decided to reclaim his father's car. First, he rode his motorcycle to the landlord's house and handed him an envelope. The landlord thought it was rent, but when he opened it, he found it filled with notes that said greetings.
You think that's funny, you little prick? I'm gonna throw your dad's shit right now, huh?
Wayne rode off on his motorcycle. By the time the landlord realized what had happened, his house was on fire. Then, Wayne came to his crush's house, planning to elope with her.
You wanna come to Florida with me?
As soon as they stepped outside, her father blocked their way. They instantly got into a scuffle. Just as the small-framed Wayne seemed about to be choked by the burly dad, he suddenly went wild.
Dad ain't got no nose no more.
He is the most hardcore teen in Ohio. Caught trying to elope with his girlfriend, he bit off her dad's nose directly. Yet Wayne found himself stumped by a row of tampons. Just moments ago, his girlfriend had suddenly gotten her period and asked him to buy some tampons. Wayne felt a bit embarrassed but couldn't resist her urging.
These are my only pants and they currently look like a Saw movie. Oh, for shit's sake, why don't you just go?
He entered the first store and saw two girls by the shelf. Then turned around and left. At the second store,
Welcome to health, right?
Just looking.
That lube is my favorite.
now at the third store, the cashier noticed Wayne's awkwardness.
So how bad is it?
Huh?
Her period? I need to know if you want to bring back the right ones.
She said it was like a Saw movie.
Super Plus it is.
Thanks.
Just then, the cashier's boyfriend caused trouble.
What are you looking at? Go off to someone else's girlfriend.
Go ahead, kid. It's all right.
Wayne couldn't hold back his temper anymore. He went to the register.
I'll also take that bike lock and that aluminum bat. I'd like to return this back.
But when he returned with the thing, Dell was nowhere to be found. Turns out, Dell got angry and left after waiting too long for him. Wayne decided to take a shortcut to catch up with her and ended up at a thug's camp. The thug raised a gun, demanding a toll, but Wayne remained unfazed and pulled out a small hammer.
I'm about to light you up, boy!
Wayne didn't die. The gun was loaded with salt rounds. Just then, the thug's girlfriend returned. She urged him to deal with Wayne, or it might attract the FBI. But the thug wanted to give Wayne a chance, so the girlfriend suggested they play a game.
1, 2, 3, go! Your turn.
Just as Wayne was about to start, suddenly, the door was kicked open, and Dell walked in holding a chainsaw. The two thugs didn't take her seriously at all.
Little girl come to big boy play, huh? Come on, you don't even know how to start that thing.
Now I'm gonna cut your off!
No, wait! I didn't get my turn.
As the girl took the chance to throw the chainsaw, landing it perfectly at the thug's feet, the thug shot at the acid, and the splashing acid burned the woman's face. The two managed to escape successfully. This time, Wayne took Dell to the supermarket and bought a whole cart full of tampons. Feeling no more embarrassment, Dell shed happy tears in the bathroom.